The fans wanted Nashville and that's exactly what they'll get. Winnipeg Jets fans were chanting, "We want Nashville," in the third period of the team's series clinching game against the Minnesota Wild on Friday night, and on Sunday the Predators closed out their series against the Colorado Avalanche. The second-round series between the two teams will begin in Nashville. The schedule has not yet been determined, and will feature the teams with the best two records in the NHL. Nashville finished first overall in the league with 117 points, and the Jets were second with 114 points. There wasn't much question about what members of the Winnipeg Jets were planning to do on Sunday night. With the Predators and Avalanche playing Game 6 in Denver, the Preds won 5-0, the Winnipeg players expected to be glued to the TV. "I probably won't even watch it," Jets center Mark Scheifele joked after his team went through a brisk practice at the Iceplex. "Obviously all of us are probably going to be watching it. It's been a fun series and obviously we've been tracking it the whole time." The Jets are in a good position heading into the second round of the playoffs, having eliminated the Minnesota Wild in 5 games and getting a chance to rest up before the next series begins. Defenseman Ben Sherratt said that can work both ways. "We get to rest up, get whatever injuries or bumps and bruises that we have healed up," he said. On the flip side, they're still in a battle, still taking those bumps and bruises. On the other side, they're still in that intensity too. They're still amped up every night and getting ready to go. It's kind of a battle between wanting to keep it intense and stay sharp and healing up. Obviously the Jets don't want to lose any momentum from what they built up in a dominant first-round performance. "True, yeah," Sherratt said. "It's kind of what I mean by the intensity. Keep the intensity high in practice, make sure you're staying sharp and keeping your speed up, and I think we're doing that." While veteran center Brian Little said he didn't expect to watch the entire game, most of the other players said they wouldn't be able to turn away. "I'll be watching," winger Nikolai Ehlers said. "You guys know, I love watching sports, I love watching hockey. I've watched pretty much every single game, so I'll be watching Sunday night." So, will there be an extra credit assignment for players off Sunday's game? Everybody has their own routine. Jets coach Paul Maurice said, "There are some guys that watch hockey every single night and stay real in tune. Some guys don't need it to prepare. No, there's no quiz tomorrow. Rest and recover." The Jets earned at least a 5-day break between games by knocking the Wild out in Game 5, and it's clearly appreciated by a team that has its fair share of injuries. Matthew Perreault, Joel Armia and goalie Steve Mason did not practice on Sunday, and Dmitry Kulikov is still out long-term with a back injury, but the rest of the team was on the ice Sunday, taking part in an intense practice. "That doesn't mean players aren't already hurting. It's about recovery, more than rest," Maurice said. "It's not about rest so much because you look at it, even 2 7-game series over the course of a month is almost less hockey than you're normally playing. It's certainly less travel than you were used to. But recovery because the games are played at such a high intensity, with all the bumps and bruises and then some that you'd see in the regular season. Having a few days that you can keep people off the ice, that you can get a little bit more treatment, I think it bumps ahead your ability to get back to full go." Goalie Connor Hellebuyck, who was a star in the series against Minnesota and is up for the Vezina Trophy, said the time will come in handy. "Well, that's always good for the guys who have bumps and bruises," he said. "It helps our team heal up, and gets us a little ahead on our energy levels. It allows us to kind of enjoy it and get that confidence even though there are some off days and some practices. You're still building confidence. We want to win a Stanley Cup and we are going to continue to build our games until the very end." Rough ride for Mason. It has been a terribly difficult year for Mason, who was signed on July 1st to be the Jets' #1 goalie and has had nothing but misfortune since. He lost his starting job to Hellebuyck after back-to-back poor performances in the team's first 2 games of the season. He suffered 2 concussions and a lower body injury during the regular season and now has suffered another lower body injury in the playoffs. "Yeah, that's tough," Hellebuyck said. "You feel for the guy. He's such a great guy and he's been working hard and the injury bugs got him bad this year." The Jets recalled Michael Hutchinson from the Manitoba Moose to serve as the backup to Hellebuyck on Friday night, and he was between the pipes again at practice on Sunday. The Jets have been fortunate this season to have enough goalie depth to withstand injuries to both Mason and Hutchinson. "The key to all of it was the healthy guy," Maurice said. "Having Connor be as solid and consistent as he was." Hellebuyck played in 67 games this season, starting 64 of them, and won 44. He's 4-1 in the playoffs and will play a huge role if the Jets are going to continue this postseason run. Though it wouldn't be ideal, at least the Jets know Hutchinson and even Eric Comrie, who is currently with the Manitoba Moose, could step in if necessary. "We'll have used 4 through the regular season. Maurice said, "We got good games out of all of them. They came in, Eric Comrie included, and won us hockey games when we needed to give Connor that break. They've all had an impact on our year." Twyman at postmedia.com, twitter.com/Ted Wyman.